Hello and welcome to day 19 of the Messy May Challenge 2024. I'm so excited to be here as I participated in the challenge last year and it really kickstarted my creativity so much and I had so much fun creating. If you don't yet know me, my name is Christina and I'm a mixed media artist and art journaler from Germany, and I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina for many years now. You can find me on Instagram and on YouTube and on my website as Bonfire Art. The prompt for today is roots, and I picked it because lately I have been thinking a lot about what makes me me, what experiences in my life shaped me, how I am today. So basically what my roots are and how that serves me living abroad for so many years, or maybe sometimes it also stands in the way. And even if you have not moved abroad or live very far from where you grew up, I still think this is something to think about or to create some awareness around, because our experiences shape us so much and maybe we don't even notice how they affect us. And I think this is something worth exploring with a creative approach. Before we dive into the session, I want to mention that I have created a step-by-step PDF that you have access to when you subscribe to the challenge or when you go to the Messy May website. As for the supplies, you can really use anything you have at hand, any journal or paper, any colors. Just grab something to write with, some colors, maybe some words or images from a magazine, and you will be good to go. And one last thing, please feel free to take anything that I do as an inspiration and make it your own thing. You can totally follow my steps and create something similar, but you can also follow your own nudges, and whatever you want to do will be fine. So make it your own as much as you want to. And now I hope you will have lots of fun. Let's dive right in. As you can see here, I made a new journal for this challenge, and as I'm filming this before the start of the month, this will be my first page in it. I don't create in my journals chronologically, so I'm just looking for a page that I like in the moment and for what I have in mind for this prompt. Before I start journaling and creating, I take a moment to get present and to calm down a bit. Usually I just put my hands on my page and take a few deep breaths and try to let go as best as I can of any thoughts that want to pull me out of the moment. Things that came before or things that I have to do later. I just try to take some deep breath in and out, and I ground myself in the moment to get creative right here and right now, and everything else is not important for now. And while you can see me here putting some white gesso on the paper to just get moving and also to have a bit more grip on my page, I want to tell you a bit about the process that I often use when I create in my journals or anywhere really, standalone art pieces. I often do this process too, and this is a process of intentional art journaling, also known as cosmic smashbooking, and it was developed by Kat Z. And the important thing about this process is basically there are no rules. You can go whatever direction you want to go and do whatever you feel drawn to in the moment. The important thing is that you keep going, that you move through the process, that you enjoy the process, and whenever you're in doubt if something is allowed or not, then just check the most important rules. There are none. So you just do whatever you feel drawn to. For this session, I picked a quote. Quotes often serve me as a starting point and to formulate a question for my journaling. Today's quote is by the Indian American filmmaker Meera Nair, and it says, "It is because my roots are so strong that I can fly." And I know we as humans, we are not trees, but I feel we do have roots. We are rooted, for example, in our language, in our family, the society and culture that we grow up in and that we take with us through our lives. Our roots can give us a sense of belonging, but they also can hold us back. And with this little prompt and art journaling session, I want to inspire you to think about what the roots are, how they serve you as a foundation of growth, and also if there are things that may hold you back, like deep-rooted beliefs that limit you and do not serve anymore, and that you may want to leave behind in order to grow more and develop further in your life. So I take my journal and just take some time to write some thoughts out, and I ask myself, for example, what my roots are and what they mean in my current situation, how they support me, and where do they may hinder my growth. I just write all over my page, as you can see. I rotate the journal if I have more to write, and just crisscross and write everything out that comes to my mind as long as I feel that I want to write. And when I'm done with that, what I do is I grab a different color, a different pencil, and I write some sort of prayer over my page. And this is not something religious, this is just me asking for guidance or for insights. And what I write is basically teach me, show me, guide me, things like that. So I call in my muse or my subconscious mind or the universe or whatever you want to call in to help you through this process and maybe get some insights. And after I finish that, it's time to get the colors out, and I just throw some colors at my page and I mix them and I have a bit of fun creating a background. There's also some splashes that I added, and just having a bit of fun and get going. And once I have a bit of background done, this is about roots, so I thought that painting some kind of tree or plant may be a nice way to move forward. And so I grab a pencil and I just sketch out very loosely a tree with some big roots and also some branches. And then I go around on my page and I draw this tree drawing that you cannot really see here in the first place. I just put some colors around it to make it more visible. I fill the colors in, and I just select colors that I like for the moment. So this is not about super realistic coloring. I want my background to be some greenish, yellowish, and I want my tree to be glowing a bit, so I use some browns and I also use some pink. And I'm not really worried about what color trees have in real life. once I am satisfied with my tree outline and basic coloring, I set this aside to dry a bit. And I look through my stash of collage fodder and my papers, and I found some flowers and leaves in my treasure box, and I also prepare some more leaves, and I also do a simple drawing of me sitting under a tree or sitting around, so I can put myself on the page too. You can find the drawing in the step-by-step PDF that I mentioned earlier. You can cut that out or copy it if you want, and if you are afraid to draw your own figure. But it's a really simple one, and this is ultimately not meant to be specifically beautiful or precise. It's just a way for me to put myself in this page, or a representation of myself. And then otherwise I want to just enjoy what I'm doing and being creative, and maybe get some insights or some new ideas, and in regards to my intention or my questions, and ponder about what my roots are and beyond that. In the next step, you can see how I put myself on the page, and then I start to write out some of the ideas that came to me while writing what my roots are. You can see that I write just some words like language that I already mentioned, the culture, education, the food that I enjoy, my family, also creativity, very important. That are things that support me and that I consider to be my roots. And then I move to the branches of the tree, and I draw my attention to some of the things that might help me grow further. So I want to move my awareness to what is important and where do I want to go to, and where my roots can help me, or maybe sometimes they stand in a way. For example, the first thing that I wrote is like to have an open mind, and there I noticed that sometimes there are moments when I think the way that I grew up obviously conditioned me to think and see things in a certain way, and that's not always helpful. So what I want to have is an open mind and listening to people and observe what's going around me before jumping to conclusions, and just trying to absorb more things to widen the angle that I look from, because I think that's something very helpful. And some other things that come to mind that I write down in the branches of my tree that I want to be aware of and that I want to keep remembering. And after that, I do outline my tree a bit more to bring it out more on my page. And then I just place or arrange all my flowers and leaves on the page and glue them down once I have an idea how I want them to be. The last step is called activation, and you can just go ahead and put some glitter on your page if you're into that. I use a gold Posca marker to put some accents and details on my trees to make it glow a bit more. That's something that I like to do. So it's just about adding some special touch that you like and that make the page come to life, and to remind you of the wisdom or the insights that you gained. And here we are at the end of our session. I hope you had lots of fun. I would be super happy if you shared with me what you created. You can tag me on Instagram. I am there as Bonfire Art. You can also go to my website, and there you can subscribe to a free mini course and create another page with me if you liked what we did today. And I also want to mention again the step-by-step PDF that you can download. There you can also find all my contact details and reach out to me. For example, if you have any questions or if you want to exchange experiences, I would be super happy about that too. So thank you for watching and for creating together with me. And I will see you in the next colorful session. And in the meantime, I send you much love. Bye.